Hey, media fam, what's happening? Okay, so today we are building multi-million dollar businesses. Don't you want a multi-million dollar business? Well, here are some practices that you can incorporate into your business plan to ensure that you are on the right track to growth, financial stability for your business. And you can see 6, 7, 8, 9 figure revenues within your company. So first and foremost, you have to know your risk. Okay, we already know that you know the pros about your business because that's why you got into it. You saw the potential, you saw the opportunities, and you definitely saw the profits. That's what intrigues us to start a business is the potential dollars that we can make in that given business. But definitely know the risk. You got to know both sides of the risk. There are internal risk and external risk. Keep in mind, internal risk generally are what we can control. So those are the things we tend to think about when we say, oh, okay, I know the risk and I know how not to do or how to do to get around and mitigate those risks. Well, you absolutely must be just as informed about the external risk because it's those external risks that we generally do not control. And we have to have plans in place to also mitigate those risks. Number two, know your numbers. Look at the stats, look at industry standards, look at how things and people have performed, businesses have performed historically. Numbers don't lie, people do. Know your personal numbers internally, your financials. That's why accountants are important. CPAs are important. Invest the time into that. What is it going to take to get your business to the next level financially? You need to understand the ins and outs of your financial data and the just the general analytics of your business and your industry. So absolutely study your craft by studying the numbers and know what does the metrics tell you. Secure your worth. Of course, study, 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 study. You need to be the best of the best. And to do that, you not only have to do it operationally, but you have to do it academically. Get in trainings, read books until you blue in the face because you need to know everything there is about your industry. What I admire about a lot of athletes, if you take a football player, take even a high school football athlete who is truly passionate about making it to the NFL, that dude knows the players now and then. He knows the stats. He knows all of these. I mean, he's just amazing when it comes to shooting out data. Well, it also helps him know what it will take for him to better himself and be at the top of the radar. Business is the same way. You need to know who the competition is. You need to know the ones who are rising competitors. You need to know, is the industry growing, slowing down, what's affecting the industry. You need to know all of that. The ins and outs, how businesses are operating functionally, how CEOs, CFOs are thinking. You need to really dig deep into what it is you're doing. And this is just if you are trying to truly build a multi-million dollar business. Next, you need to define a solid team. You can't do it by yourself. You can't be all of everything. You can't be the accountant, the CEO, the visionary, the admin. In the beginning, yes, you have to wear multiple hats, but be smart in knowing which hats you have to hand off. And if it means being creative, profit share, or however to pay these people, make it a win-win situation, then do so. Get creative. Figure out, how can I get this person on my team, but I can't afford to pay them. So I have to create some kind of a win-win situation. And next, you want to give your perfect effort every time. Every time. People get into bed because they love you more so than your service and your product. Yes, you have to give superb service, but you also are going to live and see longevity by referrals. If you're selling a product, people will tell other people about what it is you sell or do based on the service you provide. So every time you want to give your perfect effort, small, medium, or large, of whoever's in front of you, get them to fall in love with you. And when things are not going right, they won't turn the other cheek just because they went left. They're going to turn the other cheek how you responded to what went left. So every single time, give your perfect effort. We're not perfect people, but we definitely can give our perfect effort. And the last thing I would just kind of share that will help you in building a multi-million dollar business is identifying a moat. A moat is simply, what is it? What is that catalyst that secures you as being a competitive, having a competitive edge and a competitive advantage in that industry? Because businesses are forming left and right. So what makes me want to do business with you? If I go to the nail salon and there's like 10 nail salons on one block, Why do I keep going to that same nail salon every time? Why do I keep using that same hairstylist every time? Why do I prefer this person, this nail tech or this eyelash person? And yes, I must be feeling like I need some grooming right now. That's why I keep bringing out the beauty industry professions. But whatever it is, why do I not only am committed to using you, but I tell everybody else that they need to use you too? So identify a moat. Is it something that you make that tastes good, feels good, smells good? Your service, it just brings out the best in whatever it is that you're servicing me for. So identify a moat, secure the bag, and understand how you have a competitive advantage above the rest. So those are just some key things that I have learned historically of what works with multi-million dollar businesses and where they put their focus and attention on, and we should do the same. So let's get it and create those multi-million dollar enterprises and change, continue to shift the disparity of financial wealth.